So in this programming exercise, we will see the order of execution of constructors and destructors. So for that, we will create a base class. Inside this base class, let us have a constructor. Base, and let us print some message here. Cout constructing base. Okay, and let us also have a destructor here. And here we will print destroying base. Okay, and let us have the derived class. And let us inherit the base class. Okay, and in the public section, let us create the constructor derived cout constructing derived let us also have the destructor cout destroying derived. Okay, so this is our derived class, and let us create the main function and create an object of class derived. Okay, return 0. So when we create the object of the derived class, then the constructor will be called automatically. So the derived class constructor will be called, but before executing itself, it will place a call to the base class constructor. So derived class constructor will call the base class constructor, and the base class constructor will execute itself. So it will print constructing base, and then after execution it will return the control to the derived class constructor. So the derived class constructor, after the execution of the base class constructor, will execute itself. So it will print constructing derived. Okay, and when the program will be removed from the memory, then what will happen? The destructor will be called automatically. So this destructor of the object means this object is of type derived, so derived class object will be derived class destructor will be called. So this destructor will be called, but this destructor will not execute itself. It will place a call to base class destructor. Base class destructor will then execute it. So here we create an object of class derived. So as we create the object of class derived, the constructor will be called automatically. So which constructor will be called? The derived class constructor will be called. But the derived class constructor will not execute itself. Instead, it will make a call to the base class constructor. The base class constructor will execute. It will print constructing base, and then the control will return back to the derived class constructor. It will print constructing derived. Okay, so the base class constructor will be executed first, then the derived class constructor will be executed. Okay, and when the program will come to an end, the destructors will be called. So first the derived class destructor will be called. So destroying derived will be printed first, and then the base class destructor will be called. So it will print destroying base. So let us run it. So constructing base, constructing derived, destroying derived, destroying base. Constructors are executed in the order of inheritance. The destructors are executed in the reverse order of inheritance. Now let us change this program a little bit. Instead of using this single inheritance, let us use multi-level inheritance. So this is the, let us name it derived 1, derived 1, derived 1, and we derive this class to create another class derived 2. So derived 2 will be inherited from derived 1. Okay, so base derived 1 and then derived 2. Okay, so let us now create an object of derived 2 and see what happens. Constructing base, I think message I have not changed. This is the base class, and then here this is the derived 1 class and this is the derived 2 class, and we are creating an object of derived 2. Derived 2 is inherited from derived 1, derived 1 is inherited from base. So first of all base will be constructed, then derived 1 is constructed, then derived 2 is constructed, and the destructors are executed in the reverse order. So first derived 2 is destroyed, then derived 1 is destroyed, and then base is destroyed. And let us also see what happens in the case of this was multi-level inheritance. Let us see what happens in the case of multiple inheritance. Okay, so instead of using one base class, we will use two base classes. Okay, so in base 1, constructing base 1 and destroying base 1, and let us rename this class as base 2. Okay, so base 2. Constructing base 2 and destroying base 2. Okay, and this is the derived class. It is deriving both the classes base 1 and public base 2, and this is derived constructor, this is derived destructor. Okay, actually this is not multiple inheritance. Multiple inheritance means okay, so derived 2, let us change it to derived. So we have created an object of class derived, and let us try to run this. There is an error. This is base 1, sorry, this is base 1 constructor, base 1 destructor, then base 2 constructor, base 2 destructor, and these two classes are inherited by derived class. Okay, and here we have created an object of derived class. Let us run it. So constructing base 1, constructing base 2, and then constructing derived. So it means that the constructors are executed in the order of derivation from left to right. So whichever class you put in the leftmost side, that class constructor is executed first, followed by the next class, and so on. Okay. And the destructors are called in the reverse order. So destroying derived, destroying base 2, destroying base 1. And let us change this order and see what happens. As expected, now base 2 will be constructed first, then base 1 is constructed, then derived is constructed, and destroying derived, destroying base 1, destroying base 2. So here one thing to note is that the destructors are also executed in the order of derivation from left to right. Okay. Let us rerun and confirm this. Constructing base 1, constructing base 2, constructing derived, then destroying derived, destroying base 2, destroying base 1. So the construction order is in the order of inheritance and order of derivation from left to right, base 1, base 2, derived, and the destruction order is opposite, it is reverse. So derived, then base 2, then base 1. And here also we can see that as we change the order, so base 2 is constructed first, then base 1 is constructed, and then derived is constructed. And while destroying, derived is destroyed first, then base 1 is destroyed, and at the last base 2 is destroyed.